And welcome back to episode 142 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, here with my point man and co host, Malcolm Minus Well Be on the PUP King.
No, I am here to play. I'm actively here to play, unlike a few others. It is today. How we feeling?
Shit, I'm cool. I don't miss
Uh,
practice. Malk got the Allen Iverson braids and said, "Practice,
yeah. Let me
practice."
let me know when it's game time.
We got my guy Q McLeod in the building. What's going on?
What's up? What's up? Cheers.
Shit. Cheers. I'm cheersing water today, baby. I'm heavily medicated, and I will not not be
we
drinking
gonna
this
cheer.
evening.
They gonna cheer for you.
Oh, y'all still gotta get on my level.
Yeah, I bet you over there feeling all right.
Oh shit. But we here to talk football.
Mm-hmm. We'll be starting off with.
I mean, preseason wrap. I still didn't look up if that was the first time ever the Raiders went undefeated in the preseason. That could be an ever thing. They just beat the Patriots 6-23 Raiders. I think that could be an ever thing, putting them 4-0 for the preseason. I think that might be the first time ever they went undefeated in the preseason.
Well, just like the menu at a restaurant. Most of the items look good, but when you order it, it's not quite what you ordered. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see how it looks when it comes out, when the actual meal comes out. I don't care about the appetizer.
It's just
It's
stale
nice.
ass analogy,
It's nice. It's nice to go undefeated in the preseason if we're talking about practice, like you
Such
say.
a stale ass
But
analogy
what are we gonna
using.
do when Russell Wilson and them come through and they say Broncos country, let's ride?
You just
That's
talking
what
about
I want to know.
Russell and the Broncos because your Eagles just got smacked 48-10.
It's preseason. Like I said, we're talking about practice. We're
That's
not talking
still
about money on
that's
the
still
line.
unacceptable.
Hey, it's not.
And
It's
that's why
early.
y'all dropping everybody left and right. Because y'all just lost 48 to 10.
What
You
you mean?
getting
We
rid
just
of
picked up. We
wide
just picked up.
receivers, dropping both y'all safeties.
What you mean? We just picked up. Did you not hear about who we just picked up from the Saints? Oh, you must have not heard. You must have
Who
been.
y'all pick up?
Gardner Johnson, strong safety from the Saints. I believe he's an All-Pro safety.
That's a decent pickup.
Right. Along with James Bradbury from the Giants at cornerback. Darius Slay, if he steps it up. Defensive line is solid.
If he steps
Linebacker
it
from
up.
what? You know, time will tell. It's early. Moves to be made still. May not even be done.
That's a decent pick.
Mm-hmm. And we only got him because the Saints wouldn't give him a contract extension. So it was he kind of just landed in our hands.
Listen, it's a few people out there. I got a list of top 10 available after release, but a couple of these people already been picked up.
You said a few of them been picked up?
Yeah. But before we get to that, the other couple other wins that stuck out: Bengals 16, Rams 7. Jets beat the Giants 27-31. Jets. And then the Steelers did beat the Lions 19-9. And I know I said I thought the Lions was going to win that. But what I thought was odd was the fact that the Steelers left their starters in for the whole first half of that game. That was real weird to me. It was up 16-0 at half. And the Lions, I don't want to call it a comeback, but they went 9-3 in the second half of the game. But other than that, though, Because like you do, I will agree with you to an extent that I don't get hung up on the preseason too much. But 48-10 is unacceptable. I don't care where y'all playing. I don't care if it's a dual practice, whatever you want to call it. 48-10 is a problem.
Well, unless we lose 48-10 in the regular season again, I'm not concerned. And I doubt we'll lose 48-10 in the regular season. I highly, highly doubt that.
I mean, you got a few AFC West games on your schedule.
We have one of the easiest schedules in the league.
I know.
So I doubt we'll have a 48-10 game.
I know. I don't know. I think they're going to be good, but I don't know if they there yet.
We'll be in the playoffs again. We'll win the NFC East. We'll be in the
y'all
playoffs.
be in the playoffs again. I don't know if y'all winning. Yeah, y'all might. Yeah, I think y'all will win the NFC East.
Dallas is banged up. Carson Wentz is washed up.
Yeah, I got a pretty easy schedule this year.
And Daniel Jones has never been. So I'm not too. And as long as we can stay healthy, I think the division is ours for the taking for the most part. We may lose a game to Dallas on some fluky shit, but I think we'll
that is an unbelievably weak division.
Chase Young, I believe, is still out. I think he is hurt.
He's out for the first 4.
Ah, my bald man, fellow Dolphins fan.
Who this?
John Logan Foles. Welcome to the Hit the Showers
What's
podcast.
going on?
He's a fellow Dolphins fan like you. I told his ass to hop on and talk.
And I did what I was told.
and that's how it should be in 2022. We want reparations.
He's stupid. That nigga dumb.
What's up, Logan? Welcome to the show, man. We just talking about a little bit about my Eagles and their potential in the weak ass NFC.
Dude, Eagles' potential is nice.
It is. It is, especially in, like we were saying, in your weak ass division. That's the weakest division in the NFL. They just give you motherfuckers toss ups in the East.
You're right.
Hey,
you're right.
Yeah, but that makes it easy. That does make it a lot easier for you to make the playoffs. But I think you can make a lot of noise in the NFC as a whole.
For sure.
Not just the East.
I think Jalen Hurts is going to be one of the most promising quarterbacks this year.
I think so,
I think I could agree with you.
He's such a leader. His leadership ability just seems...
And, dude, he just – not that there aren't, versatile quarterbacks in the league, because obviously you got your Lamar Jacksons and, your half and half Josh Allens, but Jalen Hurts will run that ball and run it effectively and efficiently, and he'll also pass it with ease and accuracy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He impressed me last year.
Yeah, he's the truth.
He seems pretty calm and relaxed. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Right.
He don't seem to fold too much under pressure.
Yeah, I think I talked about him a little bit coming out. I didn't think he was going to be that. But I will admit when I'm wrong, I was impressed with him last year. So I do think he's on his way. And I think I've said that before, that I do see him getting better. Especially with what they added to the team.
But since Cliff, since you want to bring up the 48-10 loss to Q and Logan's Miami,
man,
do we want
preseason, bro?
Do we want to discuss the throwing power of Tua or lack thereof?
Not really. Not really.
I mean, for why?
Because when you go against them elite secondaries, that's not gonna cut it.
I said I think that's the only issue right there. Like, it's not that I don't have faith in Tua. Mm-hmm. It's just that certain passes are on and then certain ones are off, like up there for grabs, and it's like you never know which are gonna be which, and that's dangerous. I don't care if you got a Tyreek Hill. That even makes it a little more dangerous because you get to that point where you're so comfortable just throwing it out there and him running to it that you're not necessarily placing it where it needs to be placed.
Exactly.
They probably have, if I had to guess, they probably have the average of the two fastest wide receivers, I bet, in the league.
And if
between
not that
the two.
close too, but I think
Right.
I think that would be one.
Mm-hmm. But like
Yeah.
you said, what good is that going to do you if you can't get them the ball? If they're
Right.
all the way down the field and they got to try to come back to that ball.
We talking about last year tour.
We talking about what I think. We talking about that.
I'm just trying to figure this out, man.
Oh,
we talking about last year tour.
We're talking about the video I sent you at the joint practice against
Him
the Eagles.
throwing it across the field.
Or no, not the joint practice in the game.
The
Yeah,
preseason.
yeah. That was the actual game when I think it was the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, it was preseason, but
Mhm.
the only thing I think Tyreek Hill is probably the best thing to happen to Tua, only because Tyreek is fast enough that he can chase that ball no matter where it's going, and he's going to get it. He's going to get it before the next guy.
He actually got 3 that can do that now. When you look at Jalen Waddle and Cedric Wilson, he's those speedy.
Dude,
he's those speedy
Cedric
cat.
Wilson was a good pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He damn right about that.
Don't sleep on his speed, man.
That boy until you said his name.
No. Okay. Well,
I mean, I'm not.
Dude.
He got AJ Brown, so he's on a hill right now.
But if you look at it, I'm a big fantasy football guy, and that's an easy way to keep up with stats. And Cedric Wilson last year on the Cowboys did work, bro. He just did work. Like, he was underrated. He was kind of overshadowed by the likes of Amari Cooper and CeeDee, but he was still putting in work big time.
But that's Dak Prescott getting you the ball versus Tua.
No, you damn right.
I think, and I'd like to go on a limb and say I think Dak is a much better quarterback than Tua is.
I might agree with that.
That's not out of pocket.
For the time being, I'll say. Because I also think that Dak Prescott is a lot closer to, if not at his ceiling. Whereas I feel like Tua still has a little bit more room to grow into his.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. I will say Tua worries me in the sense that if he don't get it together this year, I mean, what more can you expect out of the guy?
You're going to get his ass out. They're going to throw Teddy Bridgewater or somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say, at that point, you're putting Teddy Bridgewater in, and I'm not necessarily against that, but at the same time, if you can see a younger guy rise to the occasion, that's obviously what you got to prefer.
Right, that's what you hope for, because that's your long term.
Right.
If it ends up being a Bridgewater situation, they can only hope that only lasts for a season.
Right.
Then you got to make moves for somebody else. And y'all are at the point where you kind of pushed everything into the pot. Y'all kind of went all in. So it's going to be a lot harder to acquire that top-of-the-line young quarterback if you're not getting them from the draft.
Well, and that's the difference between what the Dolphins have dealt with the past few seasons. You had Brian Flores at the helm, and be honest, Tua wasn't his guy.
Right.
So the chips weren't all in. You know what I mean? As in any other rookie that has stepped in so far, that organization pushed them into play. They put them out there on the forefront, whereas in Tua, you're putting them out there, but you're knocking them. You're expecting him to make mistakes. You're setting them up to fail.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
I think
totally different season.
I think
totally
the criticisms are so heavy on him because, as you said, he's kind of further into his younger career, and we expect more out of you at this point of your career. But because you haven't played as much leading up to it, you are still in that learning portion of
curve. Learning curve.
Right. And I you can take this or leave it however you want to do it. But I had one of my cousins text me, and he said, there've been talks about Lamar Jackson and his contract extension, and somebody said if the money wasn't right, it was obviously a Dolphins fan that said this to him.
Right.
But he said if the money wasn't right, you ought to come play for the Dolphins, and he liked the tweet or whatever.
Lamar did.
Yeah, so you read into that what you will. I honestly don't read into it too much. I don't think Lamar's honestly about to come to the Dolphins.
Listen, I've
He's
been
from
saying
Florida,
he on his
Logan.
way. He on
Logan,
his
he's
way
from
out.
Florida. He's
Is
from
he from Florida?
He's a Florida boy.
Is he?
Yeah,
Is he?
Lamar's a
Yep.
Florida boy.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't
Yes,
either. I
sir.
thought he was
So
from Florida.
that's a home sweet coming for him. Go back to Florida, nice weather. Your family's there. If they pay you, you got Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. I mean, that would be a nice opportunity.
Yeah,
That would be a perfect setup.
It would be.
Yeah, got a nice defense.
I just knowing the Dolphins, I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Oh, right.
Shit, I used to joke around and say you may see Lamar in a 49ers jersey until they announced the restructure Garoppolo's contract and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't think that'd be too far out of.
Anything's possible these days.
Especially, that's what I was just about to say. After you see that move, that kind of softens the blow for Lamar to take a move like that.
Matt Ryan in Indianapolis.
But nobody concerned about Matt Ryan now.
No, I'm just saying that people thought may stay at organizations like Matt Stafford. I didn't think he'd ever leave Detroit. I thought
I didn't either.
I thought the only reason he wouldn't leave Detroit is if Detroit was really trying to, throw that money to keep him, let him, keep him there.
Yeah.
Because that was his only incentive was a contract.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really doing much to help him.
No.
Right. It was if they weren't willing to throw that money at him, he was bound to leave.
Right.
He was better than that organization, was.
Right.
He was too talented to finish his career there if they weren't going to throw him that money.
No, I 100% agree. But
shout out
that money.
What was you about to say?
I was gonna say shout out to whoever got in his head and told him you need to go win instead of collect this check.
Listen, get out of there. Well, shit, you got enough checks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And as soon as he got out of there, he got himself a ring.
Yeah, immediately.
As soon as he did.
Almost like somebody opened up that football door and there was nothing but white light on the other side. Just step through it. Just step through it, Matt.
Let me ask you guys this. I saw a stat today talking about Joe Burrow. They were saying that there was 16 other quarterbacks where when they made their Super Bowl debut, they never won a Super Bowl. So Joe Burrow made his Super Bowl debut. What was it? His second year or his first?
His second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
So that according to those stats, they're saying even if he does go back to the Super Bowl, according to those stats, he's not going to win it.
Man.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that?
They're talking about according to the historical stat line.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Right. Like there was I can't remember which quarterback it was, but it was back in the 90s. There was a quarterback, I think it was a quarterback for the Bills, if I'm not mistaken. But at that time, he did go back to the Super Bowl 2 or 3 consecutive times, but he lost every single time.
Drew Bledsoe? Or
I don't think it was Bledsoe.
Or what's his name? I know who you're talking about. Jim Kelly?
Yeah, I think
it was Jim. Yeah, it was Kelly.
Yeah, I think it was Jim Kelly.
I didn't like him though.
Nah.
I did not like Jim Kelly.
I hated him.
But I don't agree with that because so what I will say is the NFL analytics, like the records that they keep, those seem to be the hardest to break out of a lot of the sports. Like, they do it with basketball and it's like that.
Yeah.
They break those. There's only a few of them in basketball that you look at. It's like, that's not going to be broken there.
Right.
But in football, I do think it's a lot harder to break those, but you got to factor in situation and circumstance. And I feel like the Bengals weren't expected to be in that situation that fast. So they're still sitting in a good spot as far as like future picks and shit, like availability, like pieces that can be moved. and you got a real live killer at quarterback. That's something like, it's like how Malk always says you can't bet against Brady in the playoffs.
Right.
Or the Super Bowl. That's the kind of killer they got at quarterback currently. So I don't really see it being a situation where you continuously see a guy like Joe Burrows fall short, regardless of what the historical analytics are.
Well, I don't know. Buffalo had a killer team, man. You know, with Thurman Thomas and Bruce Smith and they had some killers, man. So,
no, I agree with that.
You know, they went back what 3 years, 4 years straight.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
But it goes to show a lot of that falls on your quarterback. You can have all the killer, even that LA game with all that Aaron Donald did, it still fell on Matt Stafford to get that drive in.
Straight up.
Or all that was for naught.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a killer, and I really don't think Matt Stafford is a killer. He's good. He's not a killer, though.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that either.
I think Joe's a killer.
I think if Matt Stafford didn't have Cooper Kupp, that game was going to go a lot different.
Right.
So I do think also the Bengals, I'm not positive on this, but I'm pretty sure in this offseason they beefed up that O-line for Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I think they got a couple draft picks. Couple draft picks, couple pickups. Like they beefing it up because that was his biggest struggle in that Super Bowl was that pressure.
Right. That's a good segue, actually. We was going to go into the top 10 best available after the releases have been going on. And at 10, they got the tight end O.J. Howard from the Bills. That the Bengals are actually looking to get him as we speak.
Be a nice pickup or a decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that would fill in the whole CJ, what's his name?
Uzama?
Yeah. He just left. So that would fill that hole, at least for the time being, because they haven't done anything to fill that tight end spot since he left. Where did he go? I thought I wrote it down somewhere, too. To the Jets. He went to the Jets. Yeah, but he was at 10. 9 was defensive tackle Sheldon Richardson out of the Vikings. And I feel like somebody picked him up, too.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think somebody picked him up. I just can't think of who off the top of my head.
Same.
Sheldon
Richardson. Damn.
Okay, Sheldon Richardson.
He didn't get picked up yet.
He's a free agent still.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It might have been somebody looking at him that I was seeing. But 8, Eagle safety, just Jaquiski Tart.
Trash.
Y'all let him go. 7, Tyler Johnson from the Bucks. He might be one that I think somebody was either looking at or picked up as well.
I don't even know who that is. Like, I know.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
He was claimed by the Texans.
Okay. Yeah, I knew somebody. I seen somebody looking at him. 6, defensive tackle, Indomitian Suh.
Oh yeah, he still didn't get signed.
He's still out there. 5. I thought this was interesting. Will Fuller from the Dolphins, wide receiver. He's still out there. I mean, I know he's injury prone, but that's still pretty crazy that he's just sitting out right now. 4, offensive tackle out of the Colts, Eric Fisher. Well, formerly Colts. 3, once again, safety for the Eagles, Anthony Harris. 2, tight end / guard, Darrell Williams, out of the Bills. He got picked up by the Buccaneers, though. And then, And then, well, no, I don't think he got picked up by the Bucks, but I think he's going. I think that's going to be the move because the Bucks have lost their whole offensive line.
Yeah,
It's
for
almost
sure.
to the point that it's scary to put Brady back there if y'all don't do something about it.
Right. Yeah, his age, you got to protect him.
Right. And he's never been the most mobile, so you don't want to just put
Hell
him.
no.
So I think that's their best bet to go with that. And he a guard slash tackle, so that definitely helps out. You know, if you lose somebody at a different position, you got a hybrid right there that can transition to whatever's best. They actually had to do that last year with they tackle, and it didn't work because he had never played guard before. Can't remember dude's name. But yeah, and then number one, Mr. Lockett himself, Odell Beckham Jr. But Q, you already said it. You think they're gonna wait until the season starts before they pick him back up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that
Money
does
crazy.
game
make
right
the
there.
that does make the most sense.
Right. Yeah.
Even though I don't think you have to pay him that much anyway. After all,
Yeah.
that.
I don't think so either.
But
Honestly.
he's worth it though.
He is worth the money. The question is, how long is he gonna be available to you? So that's why I think that teams are wanting to lowball him, because it's like, yeah, we would love for you to be available 75% of the season, if not the whole season. But in reality, we don't expect to have you but half the season in your availability. That lowers that contract a lot.
Right. Especially when you put him on a team like the Rams, where they got the receiving options that they have. Like, especially with a guy like Cooper Kupp, like, you can't expect him to outshine, you know.
I don't even think he's wanting to, though.
No, I wouldn't even necessarily say that he is, but at the same time, it's like he's a guy that wants to shine.
Right.
And he's going to ultimately, I think he's going to go with a team where I feel like he thinks he can shine.
I mean, but I feel like clearly they have a spot for him. I don't know now that Robert Woods, isn't he coming back this season?
Yeah,
he's off to the Titans.
Yeah, he's off the Titans.
Oh, he is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
He just
picked him up.
out of Titans this year.
Yeah, after AJ Brown left, they picked him up.
Yep.
I missed that completely.
Oh, Bobby Trees.
Well, that's even better for Odell. That leaves a lot more room for you if they bring you back to the Rams, because it's not like he didn't get play. They was giving him some burn out there.
Right. Right.
And he was making critical catches, so that might even be a better look for him, a plus.
Could be for sure.
But either way, I think that I don't think he still has juice left. I don't care if he won't be ready until week 6. I still want him. Pick him up.
I agree.
Never know.
But I think the Rams will pick him up. What was you about to say?
I would just say he ain't gassed up or anything like that. Like he's got his name for a reason.
He proved it in this this past Super Bowl. Right up until that injury, it looked like he was MVP.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
After the injury, it seemed like the ball stopped moving for a while. But moving on. Speaking of, though, I do want to point out that I know my shit. I'm telling y'all, I know my shit. The proof is in the video that I know my shit. What did I say the Ravens needed to do, and they did it? Picked up Raiders running back Kenyon Drake. Said that's the best move to be done. They picked him up.
Who did that?
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yep, because Gus Edwards was put on the PUP list. Dobbins was removed from the PUP list 3 weeks ago, but they say that his knee is still shaky for week 1. And I was saying you can't afford for one of the best quarterbacks in the league to be the leading rusher in the NFL. You need a running back.
Right.
And I mean, said that's the best bet at the moment is to pick up Kenyon, and that's what they did.
Look, as a Dolphins fan, you look at the miracle in Miami. Kenyon Drake made that happen, bro. Kenyon
Did
Drake
he?
started the
Yeah.
whole thing off.
Mm.
Yeah, he did.
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know he had a. I mean, I know that he came out the gates hot. I didn't know he had a part in that, but
He just tough, dude. He's
right,
tough. He's fast. I mean, he's not the fastest, obviously, but he's fast enough that he can break guys. He'll break ankles. He's tough. He can break tackles.
right.
He's a solid ad for sure.
That's why I was so shocked that we let him go. Like, I know that you're stacking up your running back position as we speak, and I know that you, as the Raiders, like a specific kind of running back, but I like how Kenyon Drake was so useful coming out of the backfield, running your short routes, catching it, and moving.
Sure.
And I would have thought that with Carr, I think Carr very much may have the best position at quarterback this year. With Devontae
dangerous.
Adams, number 1 wide receiver in the league, Darren Waller, number 1 tight end in the league, and then you got Hunter Renfrow, who's easily
Woo.
top 5 route runners in the league.
Woo-hoo.
Wait a minute.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Now, I corrected you the other week, and I'm going to pull it up
He
again.
didn't
because I
correct
like to
nobody
think that-
because we explained that those Waller stats were only half of his year.
It doesn't matter, Cliff.
Due to
It's-
injury.
it's
Due to
the
injury.
same-
Right.
It's the same playing field for everybody.
Agreed. So why are they saying on ESPN that he is?
So I don't give a damn. But listen, I don't
He's
care.
not.
He is.
Right, thank you, Q.
He's not.
I don't give a damn if Stephen A. Smith said it. I don't
Who
care.
is? Who's y'all's best
I
wide
don't care
receiver?
if Jesus
Or tight
Jesus
end.
himself came down and said it. That don't mean he's the fucking best.
So
What's that?
who's number 1?
I'm about to look at the different tight ends right now. I would say, based off my
Just
book,
I'm putting Kelsey.
Travis Kelsey. Thank you, Travis Kelsey. Then I say George Kittle.
I put Mark Andrews up there, bro.
Mark Andrews.
I would
is up
say
there,
Kelsey has one of the higher usage rates,
and Cliff
which
Kyle.
puts him up
That's-
there statistically. But
No, Cliff's right. Cliff's right.
I'm going Waller. You're not gonna find somebody like that. You're not gonna find.
Kyle Pitts.
No, he's not. He's
Hey,
not the
hey.
same size.
well, when y'all hopefully get an opportunity this year, because it's looking shaky, to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He need to be. He need to be that closer. He need to be that route runner to get open and show that target
Right.
in the game
Right.
instead of losing the game. That's
True.
all I'm saying.
And
You see Kelsey. You see what Kelsey do. That's why I put him at the top.
Man,
He gonna get open. Big guy.
So
The only
Yeah.
reason,
I
the
like
only reason-
Kelsey.
go ahead.
No,
Cliff.
you got it.
I was just gonna say the only reason that I put Mark Andrews a little bit above is only because, well, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, they lost Tyreek. I mean, Kelsey's got that advantage too, but Mark Andrews, they got rid of Hollywood Brown this year, and
His
Mark
usage is
Andrews,
going up.
yeah, both
Yeah.
their usage I think is
Yeah.
going to go up this year, so it's going to be a toss up. I think for sure.
Yeah, I just don't think you're gonna find that anywhere else. You can't find a 6'6", 260 guy running a 4.4 40 out there.
but if he ain't doing nothing with it, what does it matter?
When has he not? When has he not?
Because if he's either injured or still not even a top 5, or not top 5, but not even a top 3 tight. He's not even a top 3 tight end in the league.
You're looking at the stats though, and the stats aren't
Right.
going to read that way because, like I said, he was out half of the season.
Yeah,
I'm
But
not.
if
I'm
you
not
look
looking at the
stats.
stats.
But if you look at the stats that he has compared to everyone else, knowing that he only played a half a season,
true.
it gets hard
he-
to not put him up at the top.
He played
Yeah.
11. Hold on, he didn't. He played more than half the season. He played 11 games last season. There's 6.
you
Was it
missed 6.
17? Right, that's more than half the season. So hold on. All right, I'll do you one better. He played 11 games, finished 11th in tight ends. Gronkowski played 12 games and
Get out of here, Gronkowski.
finished 7th.
That's another
Well,
usage guy, though. That's
Gronk
another
played-
usage guy. When you think of Travis Kelsey, that's his favorite target.
Mm-hmm.
Not even Tyreek Hill. Not even when he had Tyreek Hill. Travis
Right.
Kelce was his favorite target. When you look at Tom Brady and Gronkowski, that was his favorite target.
Facts.
So I guess if Waller's not Carr's favorite target, how is he supposed to put up numbers then?
Because you have a Devontae Adams and a Hunter Renfrow.
Right. So how is Waller supposed to get his?
Because okay, I don't want to
'Cause
have
they're
to
gonna
run
be-
down the analysis of Carr all over again, but we've talked about the fact that he does not have the deep ball. We said that he may have a better shot at this year because he has this guy that he practices it with running the deep ball. But we even talked about with Ruggs. It took him a while to hit Ruggs, find where Ruggs was at on the deep ball. Carr is quick with the inside of 15 shit.
Yeah.
Now,
that's where Renfrow comes into play.
Right. When you got Devontae Adams, who's
They're gonna
probably
be doubling
gonna get
him.
doubled, right?
Yep.
And he's going to take you deep regardless. You got Renfrow running the short routes, and you got Waller in the middle of the field. Those are the two options that you're going to see him hit a lot of the time. The Waller or Renfrow.
100%.
So that leaves a lot of room, especially considering the fact that now that Devontae Adams is being doubled, the only person available for Waller is a linebacker. That's food. That's chopped liver.
Swear.
I don't know of a linebacker in the league that's keeping up with Waller. That's big enough as well.
Micah Parsons, who, mind you, made the top 100 players in the league.
That's one.
Based off his rookie year.
He may be, but that's also you have to add in the fact that they put Micah Parsons at that DN spot too. He's not your average coverage linebacker.
They moved him back to linebacker, but they just got
they've put him at both. But I'm saying that lets you know stylistically we could use you more on the line than we could in the secondary.
You don't think they would adjust if they had to play somebody like a Raiders?
I think that he has the athletic ability to give Waller fits, but I don't know that you have the coverage mindset to be able to keep up. That's why they chose to put you at that DN spot as opposed to keep you at that linebacker when it opened up.
Right. And also that's what, 1-2 games a year?
As far as what?
Waller up against Parsons?
Right.
Who else?
Well, that's not even 2. It wouldn't be 2 because that's AFC, NFC.
Yeah.
So it'd be lucky to be in a year.
Yeah, you're lucky if it's every other year.
But either way, I really don't know of a linebacker. In order to find a linebacker that can keep up with Waller, it would have to be one of those safeties that they bulked up to play that position. Like, you know how they moved the strong safety into the linebacker spot for that specifically, the coverage linebacker that's around. That's the only, and there's not many that I think could even keep up with that because they're undersized. He's 6'6", over a 40-inch vert, and runs a 4.4. You could really put him at wide receiver if you wanted to.
Hey, I mean, you know, he's top 5, but he's just not one of the best to me. Mm-hmm. When I think about the best, it's like wide receivers. When I think about the best, I'm looking at the guys that get open in the clutch, double team or not. That's your Devontae's. That's your Cooper Kupps. That's your Tyreek Hills. That's your Stephon Diggs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about when I mean, like, that's why I don't put him at the top yet, because he ain't did it yet.
In 11 games, Cliff, your boy Waller only had 2 touchdowns last year.
That's fine, though. That's fine, because once again, he's not the hit guy, and Carr isn't accurate enough with a deep ball. All the touchdowns that Carr throws are either going to be, ironically, deep balls that he hits and dudes out for the races, or inside of 5 to 10 yards.
Malk's just playing devil's advocate. He's just being a hater.
Right. You know how many fades he threw to Renfrow? That's what he does. He does shit like that. He's not looking for Waller. It's not like Travis Kelce and Mahomes, or that's what I was explaining.
Brady and those guys.
And
Waller-
Carr's
Waller-
antsy.
and their
He's
scapegoat.
dancing. He's looking around. It's not like he has it in his mind 1, 2, and 3.
He plays nervous.
Right. He's
plays
trying to
real
see what's going.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's true.
But
we need to put him in the Tua category then. If you can't get it done, then you need to be out the damn team.
I will. No, I agree. I definitely agree with that. I've been saying that. I would have rather had Mariota than Carr.
What y'all say about Tua? Y'all say he need to hit these throws. Don't tell me about Derek Carr weaknesses. No, you need to hit them throws.
Over Tua's.
No, but he need to hit them throws. That's what I'm talking. I don't want to hear nothing about this shaky and this might. No,
Carr's about 30 years old.
Yep. Y'all go give my boy some heat. I'm giving him some heat. You need to hit them damn throws.
This will make a great season for Carr, for real. This is like
it is. If he doesn't do it with this, that's why I said he's in the best situation as a quarterback. I don't know another quarterback out there that has positionally everybody covered.
Well, like real shit though, real talk. Y'all had Mariota, but you see what y'all did.
I was mad at that. But I'm not mad at Mariota. Spread your wings, my G. They wasn't playing you. Spread your wings.
Mm-hmm.
So shit. I wish Mariota the best in Atlanta. I really do. And like I said it last week. I hope he shits on shit. So whoever made that decision in Vegas gets fired. I want him fired. But Jeremy was in the chat a while ago. I forgot. He said, "Yo, Cliff Q Mock was good. My guys didn't see notification pop up, but I'm still here, bro. We appreciate having you."
Mm-hmm.
That's a buck. What do you say?
Who's Jeremy?
Trigger.
Oh, I was okay. I was like, what? Okay, Jeremy.
But moving on. I guess not. I guess this is still on topic. Bears claim former Las Vegas Raiders O-lineman Alex Leatherwood.
Yep.
After Raiders release. That's a day after the Raiders released him too.
Y'all have fucked up they showed a stat on Bleacher Report of the past 5 years, I think, of the Raiders picks. And y'all either cut them or trade them away.
Yeah,
it's like
they known for fucking up some shit. And Alex Leatherwood, I mean,
he didn't give him time.
I agree with that 100%. And I feel like coming out of Alabama, which is such a run-heavy school, transition into the NFL is already a lot, and then transition into like a pass-first organization as well. It may take them a little bit of time to, get that down. But I do think that was another potential hybrid O-lineman where you could put him at the guard or the tackle, and you just gave him up.
I want to say that was part of the problem too. I feel like I remember last season, I feel like they had him playing a different position from when he was like.
They tried to move him to the guard, and he said he didn't like it.
So you're just setting him up for failure.
But that was the hole we had. That was the only spot. And if you're not playing the best at tackle and somebody's beating you out, this is your only option, son.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
So, I mean, your best bet would have been shut the fuck up and say, I'm glad for the opportunity. We'll make something happen.
Right.
But you say he got picked up by the Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Fields.
They picked him up off of waivers. So they're now responsible for the $5.9 million for this year, and then they get the opportunity at the 5th year player option now too.
I feel bad for Justin.
For who? Fields?
Justin, yeah.
Why you say that?
Yeah, it seems like they don't got their shit together still.
I mean, they trying.
In Chicago, I mean, but come on, man, that man got hit left and right last year.
You right, but I think this is a step in the right direction.
Right.
Chicago State,
I don't think so.
They looking for younger O linemen that can, they can build into the position as opposed to.
They said Fields is looking good so far.
I mean, it's only preseason, so take that for what you will. But they've been saying that Fields has been showing his ass in preseason.
That's what I heard too.
I think he is going to end up being somebody though.
I mean, I like him as a quarterback. I'm just talking about the pressure.
He's another one I was hard on as well.
I don't want him to be the good guy that went away because he got hit too much.
I mean, Burrow.
Yeah, that's a damn shame.
Burrow went through in his rookie year. You know what I mean? Except for Burrow got that injury, so that fucked things up even more. But that's part of the growing pains, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Rookie quarterbacks are supposed to go through those growing pains. I mean, all of them. Didn't Tua go through that his rookie season? Didn't he get banged up a lot?
He got banged up quite a bit, but his injury came from Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, last year he got hit too much in the first 2 games and ended up being out quite a few.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was out for a minute.
Y'all know that's part of the game. The earlier you get drafted for being so good, especially as a quarterback, and go to these sucky teams, you know they're not as good. You're going to get banged up. You're going to get,
right.
Those teams aren't good for a reason.
Right.
I think one of the most interesting things I think about last year's Dolphins team was to me it wasn't even a toss-up between Tua and Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick showed his ass. He was going off. But
I believe it.
Tua was their young quarterback, so he had to get that PT.
Right.
See what was going on and everything. And Tua didn't do a terrible job, but when it came to clutch time, Ryan Fitzpatrick, for the Dolphins anyway,
Fitzmagic
for the Dolphins, Fitzpatrick was the one that ended up, closing out.
Right. But I mean, I feel like that was similar to this year with Brissett.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
I almost got it mixed up again. I got it right though. I always get Bridgewater and Brissett mixed up for some reason.
It's that BRI, that Brissett and Bridgewater.
It might be. I don't know.
You all black men look alike.
I'm racist.
Uncle Ruckus.
Against my own. I mean, but that might have something to do with it, though. The fact that I can't see their faces and they're similar complected. They're similar built, although Bridgewater may be slightly heavier, but
I think so.
And then that the BRI, I think that factors in as well.
What do you think about that, Q?
What's that?
The whole
Fitzpatrick to situation.
Yeah. I'm just curious from one Dolphins fan.
Right.
I mean, Fitzpatrick is a journeyman quarterback. So, I mean, 2-3 years, the magic runs out. You got to move him on. He sparks somebody else that's rebuilding. That brings me back to my first point. Nobody ever bought into Tua. It's like you drafted him, but
right.
That's fair.
What you gonna do with him? You know what I mean?
Right.
You gonna put him out there, but you gonna trash him anyway. What's it gonna be?
That's
so
fair.
Keeping a guy like Fitzpatrick around, I mean, he's not a backup. Like I said, he's a journeyman. He's for your rebuilding team or your contending teams that just don't have the right quarterback.
Right.
So
that's a good take.
I like him being a gunslinger. A lot of quarterbacks, even Josh Allen, until we saw him last playoffs, we never saw that gunslinging out of him like that. Where you're gonna get the ball out anyway. You recognize what position you're in, what's at the stake on this one play, one drive, whatever it takes, and you're not gonna hold the ball or you're not gonna throw it away. You're gonna take the chance. You're gonna be on point with it. So that's the one aspect I like that I've never had in Miami.
Straight up.
So, I do miss that, but hey, what we built right now.
Yeah, I'm not
Man,
mad
you
at y'all.
ain't gotta have an accurate deep ball with what we got right now. Let me just put it that way.
No,
That's fair.
I don't think you do with either one of them, but I think that's the crutch, right? The crutch is I can just throw it up. And there are going to be some teams where the guy's right there with him like, no, you can't just throw it up. You got to place it where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Look at
But that's chemistry, though.
I think
It's
Pat Mahomes
chemistry.
has a little bit of a talent to his throws, though. Tua
He
strikes
does.
me as the guy that just hucks it and then there turns around. You know what I mean? Like,
He like Steph Curry with it.
right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that chucking it and turning it around helps a lot when Tyreek is the one you're throwing it to.
Exactly.
You right. You are right about that.
And we'll see. I mean, we'll see. That's what people are trying to say now about Mahomes is will Mahomes be Mahomes without Tyreek?
Well, like you can see on that one play where Tyreek almost immediately knew where that ball was going.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So he immediately
said
ducked his shoulders and turned the speed to the left so he can catch that rock.
No,
You're
I
right.
agree. I don't think it should have been there, but
right. He knew where it was going because he knew how far he can only get it.
Nah,
So
he knew how he threw that thing.
That's where that practice comes in.
He knew how he was gonna throw it.
Let me lean back a little bit.
Yeah.
He recovered like a punt return.
By the way, that can get your wide receiver. That's a vulnerable position. That can get your block knocked off. Niggas will come over the top, pop you easy.
Well, in Tyreek's defense, like I said, he fought around the defenders before he looked to make that catch.
Yeah,
because I feel like Tyreek's probably better at, obviously with his speed, breaking away, kind of catching the ball rather than trying to fight for the ball. Yeah, I don't think if that's going to be the case. That's what scares me about.
Nah, you want to catch him with a few steps to let him pick up speed. You don't want to throw it into a crowded area.
But I mean, if you want to keep it a buck, like with Mahomes, he never threw him any balls that led him into his stride.
Yeah, them slants. He used to run the slants all the time.
Quick slant. Other than the quick slant.
He had some posts too. He hit him on some post routes.
No. Not that he didn't have to come back to or slow down for. It's not like he just hit him in stride.
Yeah, and his flags always went out of bounds, like toe tackles.
Yeah. You don't have any highlights of just seeing a post slant, a post route, a deep ball from Mahomes to Tyreek that led him right into the end zone.
I don't know. I think that you would have to
without being a quick slant. Let me reiterate that.
Because I'm sure you can find
right
one.
Now. Right.
I'm sure you can find one or two.
I mean, you probably gonna find them. They must have been on non-national televised schedule.
I mean,
playing, like the Raiders when they weren't so good when they went
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I ain't even gonna do y'all.
Nah, Cliff remember them damn, what was it, 4:30 Eastern?
Listen.
Damn games, like, man.
When we was playing on the football or the baseball diamond with the dirt on the field.
Yep.
You remember that day when
man.
Miami's? Are you talking about Miami's?
No,
Oakland. We was in Oakland. They played over the Oakland A's diamond or whatever. Because they didn't want to change stadiums.
Damn. I know Miami did that for a long time, didn't they? Y'all played on some dirt. I remember back in the day on the game.
Yeah, because it's the same stadium with the Marlins. Or it was.
Right, I was about to say.
That's how it was in Oakland.
Niggas being cheap back in the day. Yeah, okay.
Listen, running and trampling all over the outfield.
Hey, what y'all think about Shaquem Griffin calling it quits after, I believe, was it 4 seasons?
We talked about that last episode. Yeah, I mean, what else was it for him to do? He wasn't getting no burn.
Yeah.
And he's still working with the league. He's working as the I can't remember what the title of it was. You remember? I can't remember the title, but he's helping people.
Oh, the legends, the NFL legends community.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, helping players transition in and out of the league, mental health issues, and something else he's doing. So he's still working with the league. I thought that was a good move.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
He got all out of it that he was going to be able to. He's still going to go down as the NFL's first one-armed player.
Yeah, right. And he killed it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Dude. He got further than, Literally the average person's.
Yeah, he did better with dudes
Oh, I
that
mean,
had two hands.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah. I wish White Mike was on the show tonight because I really wanted to talk about his former punter. Buffalo.
The gang rape
Mm.
accusations or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't even read into that. I gotta see the shit. You know, like I needed to be further along.
What is it, Mo?
I'll just get the general. Y'all can look into it obviously at a later time. But Bills rookie punter Matt Ariza, I believe. I'm sorry, former punter now was accused in civil lawsuit of participating in gang rape of a minor during his last his last tenure in college before coming to the league.
I didn't know it was a minor.
Yeah, she was age 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God dang.
Yeah, they were at a party, allegedly. She said for 90 minutes, him and his friends, did what they pleased. So she came out and she's, filing a civil suit. So, but the thing I was wanting to get at y'all is I guess they were talking about today on different sports shows that the Bills, according to the Bills timeline, they had knew about it before they decided to release him.
For real?
So they were talking about the director of the organization and the judgment saying when you immediately found out, y'all should have handled it then rather than when people are in uproars and now it's a big.
Yeah.
No, I think when they first found out that around that time they released the other punter they had. Was it Matt Hawk?
Probably.
I think it was Matt Hawk.
Yeah. That speed racer.
Oh boy.
In the dark,
dirty birds.
You already know. You ain't even got to see the face, and you know who it is. That's funny.
Man, what's good?
What's going on?
There he is. Look at
shit. I'm in the car, man. I'm in the car. I'm always in the car.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Hey, Lester look like an episode of Taxi Cab Confessions.
Hey, man. Back in my Uber days, man. Stories I got.
Oh, before y'all get back into it, allow me to stroke my ego a few more times. Less y'all did what I said y'all should do.
What's up?
Y'all picked up Raiders running back Kenyon Drake. I'm telling you, I know my shit.
That was a good pickup.
I don't know if the president had watched the episode and was like, that little nigga know what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
All right. Dreamers can dream.
You never know. Hey, you never know, man. You never know who's really watching. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, dreamers can dream, baby. That's all I'm getting at. But what was we talking about before?
We were talking about the punter situation. Talking about the Bills that had knowledge. I think Q was maybe expanding on it a little bit too. But yeah, the Bills had knowledge prior to it coming out in the news about this rookie.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't know it was a minor. I had a different
17
thought.
17,
bro.
Got the train ran on her. Got the train ran on her. Respectfully.
He said respectfully. I mean, but that's what I thought the situation was at first. I was thinking she probably had a train ran on her, let the boys hit, and her boyfriend probably seen the text messages or something, and now she flipping. But
yeah.
I didn't know she was underage. That's even wilder. But I mean, you got. Maybe you better start checking IDs at the frat parties. I don't know what to tell you.
But not even just that. You can't. You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah. I mean, if you didn't know going into it, you definitely got to be sus about it a little bit. You would think at least. Like, if a chick is mature or not, at the very least. And then other than that, if you're just going off her looks, I will say anymore, that's
right.
dangerous.
Yeah, that's very dangerous.
That's true. But that's when you ask them those random. So how old are you? When were you born? You hit him. Yeah, but how old are you? That's you got to.
Huh? I mean, but she know how old she is. Is how
she can lie though.
Throw a year on the end of her.
I need to see ID. I need to see ID.
Or I said throw a year, take a year off. I guess that would be.
Yeah,
What that sign at the stove say?
yeah. Like,
If
dude,
you appear to be under the age of 32, we need to see
30.
ID.
Yeah.
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 Facts.
Listen,
You got to start checking, especially in college, man. You know them smart girls be getting in college like 16, 15, man. You know what I'm saying?
but do they
Mm.
just
Got
be wandering around campus? Like,
Right.
I don't think
like what
that
did you?
they.
I don't know.
I don't think they have the same access.
It ain't hard to get in a frat party.
Right.
Yeah.
But you should be able to see. Now, 17, I get it, but a 15-year-old.
It ain't hard to get in a frat party.
You
Real
damn
easy.
that Q.
I'm gonna say that again. It ain't hard to get
Well,
in a
a
frat
15
party.
year. I don't know. Yeah, no, you're right.
You
Well,
just
I look like I was 10 years old at the age of 17, and I
Especially
was
when they
in frat
drinking.
parties.
Especially they drinking, man. They let anybody in the door. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Them deltas and all them thetas and stuff. You know, they just let anybody in. Like, hey,
Why you gotta
you know
put
what I'm
it
saying?
directly? He must have been the Deltas and the Thetas turned him down with his brief conversation.
Hey, no,
Because
I'm
he
saying, I
put
didn't
it
even go.
directly on them motherfuckers.
No, seen it, bro. I used to work at the University of Pittsburgh, so I seen it where Aaron Donald and them was partying at. You know what I'm saying? And all them, I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna air out all the shit, but but all the high profile people was out, man. They was in the field. They was having their fun, you know what I mean? And I used to work down there, so I knew people in certain areas. I used to clean the building, so I knew who lived where, who was what. Yeah, so it was like, all right, well, okay, bet. So you knew where all the parties was at. It's real easy, you know what I'm saying? You see like 50 motherfuckers outside of a house, that's a party. Like, all right, we walking in. You bring it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you bring a case of some and that's your green card, you know what I mean?
Oh,
He said Casey and Natty's and that's your green card.
The green card, you in there.
better know it. Bring a case or bottle, free admission.
Yep.
Listen,
That's
I
a
ain't
fact.
spilling no bottle on these hooligans. You get
Man,
beer.
they drink Vladimir. You'll be all right. $6.
Yeah,
You right.
yeah.
You
They
right.
buy the cheapest liquor in college, man. It's crazy.
Fact.
It's crazy.
I mean, when you
Man.
supplying that many people, you ain't about to buy no fucking Ciroc.
Right.
You'd be
Oh, your
surprised.
boy dropped off?
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I don't know what happened.
Damn, we didn't get it. Hit the showers. It's alright.
Yeah, what's
Dolphins
going on, though?
VP of Communications Jason Jenkins dies at 47 unexpectedly. All right,
Yeah, I saw that.
black
Yeah.
man.
Damn.
They're gonna do something.
I definitely saw that. Did you see the Washington Commanders running back Brian Robertson in
I
stable
did.
condition after being shot?
Shot twice. I'm glad.
God damn.
That's crazy. People, it's hot. It's hot out here. A lot of celebrities is getting shot at in houses.
Listen, it's up for everybody. No matter who
Right.
you are, you better
Real
move
talk.
safely.
Everybody, anybody, everybody, it's up. They don't care who you running with, what you got. It's wow. I'm
But
glad
yeah,
he's.
he could though. No updates that I've seen at least have been made since Coach Ron Rivera planned to talk to Robinson's doctor Monday to determine if he would be placed on the non-football related injury list. If he does, then it's the same stipulations as the PUP, where he's going to have to miss the first 4 weeks of the season regardless of if he didn't need it. So I think the fact that we haven't heard any updates, he might be good, because if them is just some flesh wounds type shit and the surgery was just, bullet removal, he might be able to be back up and running week 2.
Right.
Yeah. Just sit him down for
Right.
you know what I mean? Just
You
sit
just
him.
need
You
to
know
heal
how
the
the
wound.
Greg Popovich. Hey, it's player management. We're just gonna sit him out this game.
Yeah.
Sit him
Nah, that
down.
ain't no load management, motherfucker. That nigga lucky he ain't take the load. He only got 2 of them.
So what's up with the Dolphins releasing veteran running back Sony Michel? Q, what's that about?
I seen
The
that. I
Chargers
seen that.
picked him up.
Did they
Yep.
already? That's a good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fast,
I need to sign him. That's a good.
super fast.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what
I
that's
mean,
about.
when you're running back stable strong, it's strong. You got Chase Edmonds, Gaskin, Raheem Mostert. If you don't fit, you don't fit.
Yeah, I like Gaskin.
You
Gaskin's
can't
cool.
you
Uh-huh.
can't keep but so many,
Yeah, I guess.
especially
You can keep four. You can keep four. You ain't gotta keep three.
well, we got Savon Ahmed too. He's a nice goal line running back. So, that kind of takes that
Mm.
out of Sony's hands, knowing the system in Miami already.
Right. Yeah, you ain't no spring chicken no more, G.
Hmm.
At the end of the
Exactly.
day, you just ain't no spring chicken. You feel
Got that
me?
young meat, that young good meat.
Right. Got that grass fed out here running on y'all now.
And rookie minimums too. They ain't gotta pay that much. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
Paying them low ass salaries.
Yeah.
Nah, I definitely agree with that. But I think you gonna see him out there. My stepdad upset. That's his squad. He said he thought he was gonna be the starting running back this season too, and then that shit happened.
For who?
The Commanders,
Oh
or did
man.
I say
Well,
Redskins? I might have said Redskins. I still got the Redskins stuck on the mind. It's gonna take me a minute to
Commanders.
just change to the Commanders.
Yeah, damn Commanders. Rest in peace, Lynn Dawson.
yeah.
Name too. Yeah, Lynn Dawson.
Oh, for real?
Chiefs quarterback back in the day. He won their first ever Lombardi trophy for their organization.
Mm.
Legendary quarterback for the Chiefs back in the day. He did the choir huddle stance or whatever, where they
Oh,
uh,
to huh.
Patrick Mahomes paid homage the other night doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you call it? Heavenly hit the showers for him.
Yeah. Hang them
So
up, G. I get it. Shit. But them, you mean you just old, dying of old age. That's different.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You
yeah.
dying
Mhm.
it. I mean, your
80, I think
time
it was
is your
like,
time, but 47 seems a tad bit young to me.
Yeah,
It
that's
is.
a freak out. Is that natural causes? Do we know
dude,
what's going
dude
on?
for Miami, uh, his was unexpected, but the quarterback, the longtime quarterback was old,
You have a
obviously.
heart attack or something, probably.
They didn't
They
say.
ain't said that. They like to respect the family. They don't like to put too much
Mm-hmm.
information. That's similar to the Chadwick situation. We didn't know that he had that. Some people did, but not everybody. So when
Right,
he just
right.
popped off the radar one day, just said, "Hey,
But I get
he
that.
young."
That affects your pockets. I don't want to not get roles because y'all think I can't handle this, and I've been handling this for this long.
Mm.
So I
Dolphins
get it.
Dolphins place cornerback Byron Jones on reserve/pup list to start season.
Saw that as well.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going on that pup. They ain't making it.
Right, like flies.
There has been a lot of injuries. I feel
A
like.
lot of random injuries, man. That's why I just had a fantasy draft tonight. You know what I mean? And I picked up some good picks, and I'm like, bros, talking about I got my team is stacked. I said, bro, the season ain't even start. They ain't even get hit yet. Wait till
Yeah,
people start getting hit. Then it's over, bro. It's
Right.
over, bro.
Just changed real quick.
yeah. Why?
Yeah,
I
bro.
guess. Yeah, I guess you would do it. Why y'all do it so early though?
Well,
Well,
but
the other one I did, they just did it like a couple days ago, and then this one was
My stepdad said
tonight.
his isn't until Sunday. They do they draft.
mm,
I mean, I guess it's timing and stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody on different
Mm-hmm.
schedules and things, but yeah, I don't know. I got the Juggernaut on my team, so I'll be all right.
You got who?
Yeah, I got your boy Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? First
Oh,
round pick
okay. Yeah, I'm not
on
mad at that.
both of them, and I got Tyreek for the second one. Cause I was last. I won a Super Bowl last year, so I was last on all the picks. You know how that shit
All
go.
right.
Yeah, so whatever. But I'm a great coach out here. I'm Sean McVay out here, so I'm gonna
You
win a
ain't
chip again.
coaching shit. You just putting shit together.
Yeah.
You fantasy football's DJ Khaled.
Hey, that's a fact. And I be killing it. You know what I'm saying? All promo.
What was I about to say? Had a question. Damn, that's gonna bother me. I had a question. It had to be about the fantasy football. Oh well, I'm not gonna hold it up. What was you saying though? Was you finished what you were saying?
Oh yeah. I was just saying it was a good draft, and we're gonna do numbers like we always do.
Yeah, nah. We gonna get it going sooner or later. I mean, how many do you need?
What you mean?
Like to run a league, run your fantasy football league?
It depends. If you go to
There you
ESPN
go.
or like that, it depends how many you need. You can have like 6. You got 4. You can like the max I think is 10. So you can have up to 10 if you want.
Well, for fantasy, yeah, I'm about to start a league right now. Speaking of that,
No, you
yeah.
No, you
Are
ain't.
you?
Yeah, I just sent you the invite. Yeah, I'm about to. But look, if we get 10 people, side note, well, we could all throw in a friendly. Just trying to do some simple math. What 10 or something?
10 piece, 20,
$100.
whatever. Yeah,
That's
you could
winner get
do
$100.
winner takes all. You can do winner takes all. Or you can do top 2. However you want to do it.
About to start one right now.
I'm in there.
Winner takes all.
Right.
I'm down for whatever.
I ain't splitting shit.
Would you say 20?
What'd you say,
20
Q?
would be
20,
what,
it don't matter.
200?
Want to do 20,
Yeah.
Q?
Oh, my mind was gone.
No, I'm cool.
I mean, it don't matter.
No.
Either way, you
It
want to
don't
do
matter,
10?
bro.
10.
We could do
I'm
the
down for
friendly
10.
10.
Let's do a friendly 10.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's do
All right.
that.
All right.
Because
That's
this is
cool.
my first time I'm popping my flag football or
Like football.
fantasy
Yeah.
football.
You done popped
Anyway.
that enough, Cliff. You done popped that enough.
Right.
Listen,
Flag football.
On the pup list.
listen.
You on a pup list.
He said
Yeah,
on the
man.
pup list.
Oh,
They done
shit.
got me in a serious sling.
You running that, Malk?
Hey, yeah, I'm getting this. Yep.
That worked. That's cool.
Hey,
I-
hey,
that's
Malk.
Cool. I just- yeah.
Hey, but when should I set? Well, we can talk about that offline. I was going to say, when should I set the draft for? Probably Sunday or something.
Yeah, we could talk about that, or worst case, yeah,
I got-
because we can't do it on the show. I was gonna say, because if we did it on the show, we wouldn't have time for the pick'ems, and that would be too long.
Right.
I got a
Like 3
draft.
hours.
I got a draft Sunday at 2:30, and that's the only time I can't do it. So any other time than that, I'm good personally.
Okay.
I'm cool myself. To be honest, I'm off with this injury, so I'm free till next week, and that's when the season starts. So
Yeah, Sunday's cool because the season starts Thursday. So yeah.
Yep.
And Josh Allen versus the, you know what I'm saying, the Juggernaut versus the Rams, Super Bowl champs.
that might have been what I was gonna ask. What quarterbacks went before them for you to be picking last and get Josh Allen?
All right, so what happened was, people didn't pick. So in the first round, there was 10 of us. So there was 10 picks. I was the 10th pick. So I grabbed Josh Allen. And then the number 1 pick was, they pretty much had it on auto draft. So the number 1 pick was Jonathan Taylor. Number 2 was Christian McCaffrey. 3 was like Ecker. And then there was like a whole bunch of running backs and wide receivers. So there was no real quarterbacks drafted until I picked first round, which was Josh Allen.
That's weird.
And I ended up actually getting, it was crazy. And then because people were auto pick, some people wasn't actually in the draft, like physically there. So and then I grabbed
Okay.
then I grabbed Aaron Rodgers as a backup because I know certain weeks you got to have certain quarterbacks they're going to be out for the bye week. So I picked up. So the way it worked was I was 10th pick and 11th pick. So I picked up Tyreek Hill in the 11th, and I picked up Josh Allen on the first one. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to wait 19 more picks until I picked again. So I'm like, I had to grab what I could grab.
Right.
Dude, I was on that same thing in my last fantasy draft. I had the 10th overall pick, so I had the next pick after that. It was a 10-team league, bro. Everybody, I was with some stupid people. I got Eckler and Derrick Henry.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I was surprised as hell that they got to me. I was 10th overall.
Bro, that don't make no damn sense, man. Because Henry's gonna put up at least 20 points, and That just don't make no damn like stuff like that. Just make me mad because I'm last. So I was like, I had no
Dude,
choice.
I
Like,
swear,
come on.
like the 9th overall pick before my pick with Eckler was George Kittle.
That's terrible. Why would they draft him so high?
That's what I was saying. I couldn't believe it.
Don't you want to get your quarterback out the way first?
Right.
Oh,
Usually-
that's the first thing I'm trying to grab is the QB because all the top tier QBs are gone within the first round.
Right.
Typically, if you're playing regular, if you're playing regular, yeah. Lamar and was it Tom Brady? Well, Tom's older, but Lamar, Josh Allen, they all made it through the first round. Patrick Mahomes made it through the first round. They're like, what is going on in here?
Yeah, that don't make sense to me.
A lot of times, what I found, if we're talking fantasy, is that them running backs go lickety split, dude. Especially if you got like a team that's 10 plus. Those running backs go early. Like there were a lot of people pick first because a lot of times, unless you can manage to get, your Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers or Pat Mahomes, if you can manage to get those guys early, then, that's one thing.
Right.
But a lot of times what you end up finding is that people are picking those skill positions real quick. So you have those later rounds to pick up maybe an Aaron Rodgers, maybe, a Joe Burrow, something like that.
Joe Burrow didn't go till 5th round. He didn't go till 5th.
Yeah.
That's 50 picks. 50
right.
picks in.
That's crazy.
Right. So that's just an example of my personal experience anyway. How fantasy drafts have gone for me.
That's interesting. Now I have to think about that.
We'll see when Malcolm sets it up because
I sent everybody a text.
Oh, all right. Because I'm definitely drafting all my skill positions early, especially if I got to be near the last of the. Yeah, bro. I'm grabbing.
What is it? Two quarterbacks.
No, I was 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a flex, which is a running back or a wide receiver, and then you got the tight end, a kicker, and a defense. So those are your first, and then you got 5 bench players, and you got 3 spots for injury reserve.
Yep.
So you got to get at least 2 quarterbacks. You got to get at least 3 running backs. You got to get at least 5 wide receivers. You got to get at least two tight ends and a defense and at least 1 kicker. You might have to get 2 defensive depending on how your bye week is set up. I got too many players that are bye week 7. I'm like, bye week 7, that's trash. Like, like what the hell? That's trash. But I'm like, whatever. So I picked up Aaron Rodgers so that when, you know what I mean, on they bye week, I got Josh Allen slinging the ball, and then running backs is out. And,
I was gonna say, talk about a solid backup, bro.
Right,
bro. You got to because they didn't pick quarterbacks up until 3rd round, 2nd, 3rd round. So I was grabbing them first.
I'm
last in the
fucking
draft.
shit up on my first go round. I know it. I know it.
Yeah, I need my quarterback first, bro. I can't be having no. I mean, even Mac Jones, you know what I mean? Like, he's a solid, quarterback or whatever, but nah, bro. I want guarantees. I want wins. So
yeah,
we need to go. We need to start. If you want to leave these people on the patch, I had a chance for Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, this is crap. I didn't know who to pick. I had too many options. I'm like, nah. Let me go with Buffalo. Let me go with the
that's
Buffalo.
not a bad pick.
No, not at all.
That's not a bad pick as a starting QB, in my opinion.
They got Rodgers at the backup. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
I was
crazy.
like, yeah, this is because Rodgers has nobody to throw it to, so he's just gonna be slinging the ball to anybody.
I mean,
So I'm like, well, shit.
Sammy Watkins, he got
Lazard
and
Valdez, or is it Valdez, Scantlin,
and he went to the Chiefs this year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then,
It's
what's the other
one
dude's
other
name?
dude. I can't think of his name now.
They got that Robert Tonyan tight end.
Oh
yeah, but he's low. But he's low on the thing. He's like 8 points. I was scanning the board like a half an hour before I got in. So I knew who was where was what. And I was like, I had like massive people on my board, and there was massive people left on my board. I said, oh my goodness, what's going on here? So, Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know nothing about all that.
it's lit though. But what else is
But
going on though? What y'all been talking about?
yeah,
Cutting
I
up this
did
week.
want to get a little bit. We've been talking about all kinds of shit for real, but I did
Mhm.
want to get a little more in depth in that Jimmy Garoppolo situation.
Yeah, yep, the contract. Let's talk about it.
Mm. Yeah, he's staying. He's staying. You know what I'm saying, Fran, for another
Right.
year. 6.3.
And they
I seen
plan
it.
on, at least per NFL.com, plan for Jimmy to back up Trey Lance.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Yep.
Um, his new deal is 6.5 guaranteed plus incentives. I don't know how that looks though. I mean, I get it. Like, keep the quarterback that knows the system as opposed to actively going out, especially when you got somebody potentially as talented as Trey Lance. But I really don't know how that looks.
Maybe they couldn't offload him to anybody. That's why they had to keep him. Because they're like, well, we're looking for people to go to, but who's really going to pick up his contract? You know what I mean?
Right.
That big. So they had to let him go so they can get rid and take the dead cap hit, and then they can sign him to a lower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's pretty much what they just did. So he finessed himself out of his position. So it's all good. I think they're doing the same thing what Mahomes did with Alex Smith and KC. That same
pretty straight
situation
up.
where they stayed him a year.
That's pretty straight up.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that makes sense to me when I seen that. I said,
You
yeah,
think
this don't
Trey
make sense,
Lance
bro.
is ready?
Nah.
No.
So I think nah. I don't. I think they should sit out like Mahomes did that first year, like the first starting year, back and then play until like Alex Smith got injured. Remember he tore his like MCL or LCL,
Mhm.
ACL.
Yeah.
And then he was out, and then Mahomes had to hop in. Then he got hot. He didn't have to play the whole season, so he only played like half, and he balled out that half. Just like Jimmy G came in San Fran that last 6 games and went 6-0. That's what got him the deal. You know what I mean? So it's like he didn't have to play the whole season. He would have not won all those games. You know what I'm saying? But he just got hot at the right time. Opportunity presents itself.
Hell, Jimmy G was even doing that at the Patriots under Tom Brady.
He was good.
He ain't like he is now, but he would come in and he would wow people for a second or two, and then that's what anybody got interested in signing him for.
That's how you keep a roster spot. That's how you keep a roster spot, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these
Yeah.
backups.
Oh, yeah.
Completely. There's 32 backups that are second string, and then there's another 32 that are third. So
Completely.
if I got to keep a roster spot, I mean, I got to ball out when I get in that game, regardless.
Right. I'm just not sold on him. I'm not sold on Jimmy. And
I'm not either, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think he's the worst decision for the 49ers, but out of their options anyway.
Right.
But I mean, you gotta deal with the cards you dealt. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't he coming back from a shoulder injury?
Mm-hmm.
That feels like, at least in my opinion, that puts all the weight on Trey.
But Trey's getting the starting position, isn't he?
Yeah, he's starting day one.
I think he's good. I think he's good, but I think he's gonna be all right. I just don't know that he's ready right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I feel like they should sit him out. I feel like they should start Jimmy G, and then see how that play out, and then they could bring him in later down. You know what I'm saying? Closer to like playoffs, or if they make the playoffs, you know what I mean, and just let him work himself in the system. But if you throw that man into the wolves,
that's what it seems like. But do we know that Garoppolo's ready?
Oh, he had our off season. I don't want to hear no excuses. That's just me, bro. You think about it. Kobe Bryant was like 30-something. He tore his ACL. He was out for 8 months. Usually, a regular human like me and you is gonna take at least a year. So he rushed it. He came back and he balled out, bro. I don't want to hear this. This is your fucking
basketball, though.
I understand that, but I'm just saying. Period. These are top level athletes with the best trainers, the best nutrition, the best everything, bro. You got hurt way in the season, like last in the season. Like, bro, it's been almost a year now, bro. Stop loafing. get back to work, and make this 6.5 like I told you to do.
and hope you hit your incentives.
Exactly. That's all it is, man. He's a backup. He's not even a starter, bro. Man, get your ass on that field.
I don't disagree.
Trey don't show
They make
up,
they make too much money, man. I'm tired of this complaining and stuff, bro. If I make 6.5 million, I'm complaining. I'll be happy. Get me on the field, coach. I'm injured. I don't care. We playing.
Right.
I'm tearing my shit. You still gotta pay me. Come on, let's ball. Let's do it.
Yeah. They ain't built like that no more.
They soft. Cotton ball soft.
I agree with that. But what was you
like cotton ball soft?
I was gonna say I remember when the top player was making $5 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's different.
He
got too much money.
And they out there with a broken finger.
But I do think they deserve more, but it is kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because the more you pay them, it's almost like the more tender they get.
Yeah. It's like, and then also not only that, but you take a chance that you got a guy that wants to play, but he's, half-ass hurt. You put him back out there on the field to make a play or whatever, then he gets for real hurt.
Right.
So, I completely agree with that double-edged sword comment because, that comes and goes year in and year out.
I don't think that ever stops.
No. I think there's a lot of guys that fake injuries, though. I think there's a lot of guys say I'm hurt. They do the MRI. They say, okay, all right, it's fractured. It's not torn. We'll sit y'all 3 weeks. 3 weeks go by. Oh, I'm not injured. Now you got COVID. Now I'm like, bro, come on, man. You're just doing anything to get a check. Like, come on.
Now you got COVID.
Bro, you're like, yo, the
that
phone,
shit happens.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
That shit happened to me, but in reverse. I caught COVID first, was out of work, dislocated my shoulder, was out of work, dislocated it again, was out more work.
Man, I feel like they be like, oh, you want COVID? They give him this little shot, this little mystery meat. He eats it, and then boom, he's sick. Oh, I got COVID.
Nah, you
takes a little test.
Conspiracies that motherfuckers is giving COVID to get out of playing games.
Bro, I'm just saying, bro.
That mystery meat.
give him that Canelo meat.
If the doc was willing to give a motherfucker a shot of COVID to get out of a game, why wouldn't they just write down on the paperwork COVID?
Man, that's too because they get fined every time they hit COVID. So it got to be a legitimate injury.
You think a motherfucker might not even go to jail if they shooting you up with COVID?
Bro, they not. Florida was giving out the scripts to bust jugs left and right for 10 years. Man. I'm just saying. It sounds like conspiracy until there's some truth behind it. Until somebody come out, start talking, somebody high up in that CDC start talking. You don't listen to Fauci because Fauci's alive. But if Fauci's little protege came out and said something, you would believe it. You're like, oh, okay.
This nigga went full conspiracy on us.
He went Roseanne Barr.
He said Roseanne Barr.
That's funny. I forgot where we even was.
Talking about.
Oh yeah, I said 2 topics and we'll get it wrapped up here. Because I know he was talking about Jimmy, but it's not much else to really talk about that situation. I'm just waiting to see what comes of it. I did want to touch Cleveland Browns defensive end Chris Odom lost. Season-ending injury, ACL.
Damn.
That's
tough. That's tough for Cleveland. It happened in the last preseason game against the Bears.
Damn.
That's a whole year.
Right.
He's out. Yeah. He's out for next year.
Yeah.
That's over.
For sure.
That's crazy.
Jeez. What happened with did y'all watch that Steelers preseason game? What happened with TJ Watt and was it was somebody else? It was Watt and somebody else got injured. I got a notification to my phone.
I watched a good bit of that game. Watched
It was
them
like
in the whole
Watt,
first
somebody
half and
else.
then a little of the third.
Yeah, they said they got injured towards the end of the game because they played their starters. I don't know if it was Mitchell and it was Watt. It was some. I think it was somebody on offense. That's
I'm
what I keep
telling you,
thinking.
man, they
Najee Harris.
Damn.
Najee
yeah,
Harris.
it was Harris. I did see
Is
that.
Najee Harris,
Yeah.
Yeah, he got banged up.
Yeah.
DJ
was-
Watt, and Najee Harris?
They gonna burn him out early. That pisses me off, man.
I was wondering why. I was
You
wondering
said
why
something
they
about-
played the whole first half.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know.
So
Yeah.
you bring
I
them
heard.
back in the
Right.
second. That's crazy.
Najee Harris is a workhorse too.
He
Right.
is. He sure is.
Damn. I
I
mean,
yeah, I
not
seen
that,
that.
not that TJ Watt isn't, because he definitely is, but damn, Najee Harris.
Yeah, that's a hit on both sides.
That's a
I think
big.
they both. I think they. I didn't hear too much after the fact. I definitely seen that come through the wire, and I think they said they'll be cool by starting game one. You know what I mean? I think they should be straight, but that's something to watch out for, especially on your fantasy. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be knowledgeable about what's going on right now.
I see.
Knowledgeable.
Listen,
Yeah.
I see. Last one, I guess we'll finish it with the bang. The Rams Bengals joint practice brawl.
Woo.
Every fucking scrimmage is always a brawl. Every
Right.
one is a brawl.
But
That's
not with your boy Aaron Donald swinging a Bengals helmet like a bat.
Hey.
out there.
Hey, Aaron,
Two of them.
I seen
Aaron
a clip.
Donald said it was just practice, all right? He
Mhm.
Yeah.
said it was just practice.
I
So
seen a
imagine
clip.
what you could do in the regular season.
I seen a clip of Aaron Donald. He had a helmet in both hands.
Right.
That dude was going crazy.
He was trying to knock somebody's shit off for the
Where?
motherfucker.
Don't put shit on it.
That's how you do it from the neighborhood, Cliff. Hey, Cliff.
From the
That's how you-
neighborhood.
That's how you do it from our neighborhood. That's how we do.
Listen,
It's
tell
rough.
him,
It was rough. It was rough in the city.
tell him
Hey,
drop
that's a
the
fact.
helmets and raise them motherfucking D-line gloves on the motherfucker.
he can't ruin them hands. He said them hands is worth too much.
I know that's right. Now that might be him thinking with his
That's a
business.
fact.
You
And Aaron
know,
Donald,
that
he's from the
technique-
hood.
That technique, he don't got his hands, what he got. Shit. Bull rushes, technique, you know.
Yeah, just like Mal, King got them hands.
I can't get him.
Boy, hey, everybody, if you want your team to do good, just rub Logan's head for good luck. Make a wish.
He
Which foundation?
trying to play my guy. But they said it appears there will not be a suspension to Aaron Donald as the league can't suspend him and the team refuses to do so.
Right.
Yeah, don't eat that fine. Don't eat that fine before they
It's
suspend their
just
star
post
player.
Super Bowl tensions. That's all it is. We
Yeah,
played,
dude.
y'all beat us.
You know what's
Right.
crazy about it? I watched the video of that on Instagram, I think it was, and they were like highlighting how he had a helmet in both hands and stuff like that. And almost every comment that I read said suspend Aaron Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Almost every single comment I read was suspend Aaron Donald. And like,
And it was probably a white man.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, let's get Miles Garrett flashbacks.
You know, because let's be honest, just like the Will Smith slap on Chris Rock. Oh my gosh, I'm so flabbergasted. I'm scarred. I need to go to therapy. Motherfuckers really be ready to hype some shit up.
Yeah, it's just when real means not real.
Right.
Like you mess with somebody that is actually about it, and you weren't actually about it, but you tried to act like you were.
right.
That's
all
what it boils down to.
That's tough though. It still looks tough on your boy.
No, you're damn right about that.
Like you out there swinging helmets.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Who
how
was
to-
Yeah, Miles Garrett on what was it? Mason
Rudolph.
Rudolph.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, they got flashbacks.
put that down. Put his ass down.
They was like, we can't do
Mason
that.
Rudolph, yeah.
They can't allow
Aaron-
this.
And the thing
Aaron
about
Donald's from the hood.
the thing about Myles Garrett too was he didn't need no damn helmet. That dude,
right.
he's big as a refrigerator.
Right.
Aaron Donald, too. None of them need a helmet. None of them need a helmet.
Listen, you ain't lied. That's why I said pick them D lineman gloves up and get to swinging them. They got padding in the knuckles.
Yeah, that's why. Like when I think it was a couple times last year, Myles Garrett, the couple times he went sleeveless, they drug tested him.
Did they?
Yeah, I think he went sleeveless twice last year, and they drug tested him both times. It's ridiculous. Don't hate on him because he's getting after it.
Right.
And he a fucking freak. That's what it is. Both of them are freaks in nature.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ifs,
I never-
ands, or buts about that.
I've never seen a 5'11" man shove a 6'6" man 330 with no problem in my life. Just
No
never
problem.
seen that before.
No problem.
No problem at all.
I mean, but it's a lot of pillows. I'm sure there's some pillows even in the NFL.
Right.
And they're not that many damn pillows. Goddamn.
I'm
They say
just
the
good
sleep
at
mattress.
position.
They say the sleeps over mattress. They say the sleeps over
stupid.
mattress. What the hell? All these damn pillows.
I
You seen your
guarantee
boy
it.
Leatherwood. You seen your boy Leatherwood got picked up already.
Chicago.
How you pay that man $7.9 million just to release him the next year? That's crazy. Wow.
That's the Raiders for you. Yeah, we was
Terrible.
talking about that, how we ain't think that he didn't get enough time at development, and you was switching his positions and shit.
Nah, bro couldn't block. No cap. I mean, he was switching his positions for sure. That boy was all over the line. But
Right.
still,
He
bro was definitely
struggling.
blowing blocks. He was blowing blocks, bro. I seen him, but he would post a pull. He go the opposite way, and
Yeah, he was
he missed a
struggling.
he was out here. He was getting exposed
I
for
mean,
sure.
good luck in Shot-Town. Before we leave or before we do our hit the showers, well, I guess just to explain to our guest Logan, hit the showers is like how do you describe it, Malk, as the donkey of the day, the sports world?
Right.
So at the end of the show, we'll wrap up with who we feel should hit the showers. But I do want to show Malk as well. This is what you're competing for this year.
Okay.
Woo!
Yes, sir. So pick 'em start next week. Be ready, do your homework,
Okay.
because I'm coming out the gates. You're going to have to take it from me, is all I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Who's
I'm
hitting
here.
them? Who got to hit the showers?
I'll say first off, just off the top of my head, as of right now, strictly as of right now, two of them might have to hit the showers a little bit.
Oh, shit.
And I'm not hating, just like that's my dude, but at the same time, he's got to get it together a little bit more before the season starts, for sure.
I respect that. I know Q over there shaking his head. Sometimes you guys send the red shirt to the shower, son.
That's blasphemy, man. We still talking about last season.
We got something to look forward to in this season, but if we're going off last season, which is all we can really go off of, then I gotta see him do a little bit more before I got faith in him.
That's understandable.
Nah, man, New Year, I'm on 0. You see how everybody praising Jalen Hurts and he ain't won nothing yet, so you know what I'm saying?
He did make the playoffs though.
Man, look, he ain't won nothing yet. He in the NFC leads.
Hey man, sometimes that's
No
all it takes.
matter where you go, you still got to perform.
He performed at a high level. Whether
you go to the $11.50 job or the $26 job, you still got to.
Yeah, Hell, they praising Derek Carr. I exposed that earlier too. Damn it.
Listen, I don't understand. Like I said, you can throw for 5,000 a few times in your career, but if you ain't making it nowhere,
Hey,
them
if
is
you
empty
can't,
stats.
what we said, if you can't hit that ball, you can't throw that
So,
ball.
so I gotta give mine because I read this article today. I just discussed the thing. I gotta give mine to my Eagles
I was
because
about you taking mine to trade for the Jalen Rieger.
because you passed up on Justin Jefferson to get Jalen Rager,
That's
and
crazy.
then he don't work out. And Justin Jefferson's amazing, and then you end up trading Jalen Rager to the like, man.
That's
And then
crazy.
look, and then just for a 4th round in 2020,
Right.
That's
no,
it.
it's a 7th round 2023, 4th round conditional 2024. So you gave him away for nothing.
Right.
Pretty much.
I was dumb.
That's bad GM. That's a bad GM. That's all that is. It's just bad
I mean,
GM.
Howie Roseman, but he's your true. That's our GM, Howie Roseman. He's a true hit or miss. He either comes up big or he fucks it all. Because even the times he came up big with Nomni Asamoah and Rogers Cromartie that year, we had the super team that we was 6-10. We fucking
And they both came from where? The Raiders. Terrible.
no, not Rogers Cromartie.
Oh,
Cromartie, but Nomni Asamoah.
Asamoah.
We did get him from the Raiders.
Fucking Raiders.
Fucking
Raiders.
You need our
Do
players
nothing.
just to make a whole team in Baltimore.
He said it. He said maybe the Ravens can borrow a weapon or two. Maybe.
Let me think, because you took my hit'ems. Now I gotta come up
You
with
gonna
a
give it to
whole
my
nother-
squad? You can't give it to my squad.
Yeah, I was gonna give it to you for that reason right there. I don't know.
Just give it to Malk.
I should just give it to Malk, said. I don't know how I feel. I'm kind of thinking to give it to Baker Mayfield.
Really?
Mayfield.
Why? He's been talking mature and saying the right things and playing good ball. What he do?
Baker Mayfield is a good topic. Baker Mayfield. I don't know. I've talked about him, but
Not
he's good.
really. We've talked about him in the past, but because we got a
He's
few
got
Browns fans that aren't on currently.
We discussed the
He's a
cracker
pretty
from time to
decent
time.
topic.
I think I'm giving him the hit the showers just because he was questioned about the Browns reunion in the opener that's coming up, and he said, "I'm gonna fuck him up."
I did hear that quote.
And I don't mind him saying that. Like, you know what I mean? That's the kind of attitude I would like out of my quarterback. But I think
It's different when it's Cap.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like you're digging a hole too early, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole situation happened in Cleveland, whether you were hurt or not, your whole team turned away from you at a point. And then you come into the new house on shaky legs, right? Because even your wide receiver that
Robbie.
tweeted no on the night they got him. And then you, of course, you're replacing Sam Darnold and everybody else. So I'm sure you should be walking on eggshells. It's not really a place to dive right in and be like, I'm going to fuck him up. And then I'm going to fuck him up. Like, not we going to fuck him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to hit him. Baker got to hit him for that. Was that everybody?
No.
Yeah, where Q at?
Oh man, it's rough.
He don't want to give it to with you, Logan.
Nah, man.
That's fair enough.
You gotta give it to your red shirt.
That's fair enough.
I mean,
What? Hold on. Wait a minute. Why to it? No, man. I gotta give it to Teddy Bridgewater. That's
Teddy B.
Oh, Teddy?
man, he went down to Miami. I thought he would have signs of a solid backup or that he should be a number one in this league. And you got showed up by Skylar Thompson, bro.
Damn. That's fair enough.
Skylar Thompson, any practice film, any training camp film, any preseason action. Scholar showed up. He need to be the number 2 in Miami. He might take Tua job in a couple of years. You never know.
You never
But
know.
facts.
But because of that bridge of a gap that was in between these two, Teddy Bridgewater got to hit the showers, man.
I can
Damn.
understand that.
I definitely can too.
The hometown boy too, from Miami.
Who you got, Les? And we out of here.
I'm gonna say B more. Baltimore, get the deal done. If you let Lamar Jackson go, you will literally have just thrown away the next 12 years of a successful season, all because you don't want to pay the man. Pay the man, bro.
You
Don't wait
think
for him to
Lamar
call you.
Gonna be around for 12 years though.
Yeah, if they develop, and I've always said this, if they go ahead and develop with Gus Roman, if they go ahead and say, hey, we're gonna protect Lamar, okay, just like how Buffalo protects Josh Allen, we're gonna protect him. We're gonna let him throw. We're gonna let him throw. We're not gonna force him to run. We're gonna let him throw. If he needs to run, then he runs. But we gotta restrict him from running so much because he has a strong arm and he's working in the offseason. So they keep saying Baltimore got the worst wide receiver core and top 5, and we're gonna show you how bad we are. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying. So let the man throw the ball, and we'll see how. Because Tom Brady had a whole bunch of people, and he was making them look like all-stars. So I'm just saying, let the man throw the ball, and we'll see how bad we really are.
Tom Brady is a lot more accurate than Lamar Jackson, though, as well.
We haven't seen Lamar. We haven't seen Lamar really throw the ball. Like,
I'll say that Lamar has improved that arm substantially since he got into the league, though.
He has improved.
We haven't seen him really gunsling. We haven't seen him do a Mahomes effect. We haven't seen him throw for 4,000 and go crazy. We haven't seen that 40 touchdown yet. That's because we keep running the ball so damn much. So if you protect the man, Ronnie Stanley should be back. But if he's not, that's whatever. Yo, protect my man. He gonna put up 3,500, and you know what I'm saying, about 17, and he gonna do more than 17. He can probably do like 22, and then he gonna, you know what I'm saying, a couple picks and call it a game. You know what I mean? Playoffs, baby.
You ain't making
Baltimore,
no
hit the
damn
showers.
Playoffs. You ain't making no damn playoffs. I also find it kind of ironic that you struggling with injury at that running back position and you picked up an injured running back.
Hey, he's just a decoy. He's a decoy to throw the ball. He's a decoy.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson's that running back.
Right.
And that's why they need to pay him.
Slide.
And that's why they're gonna pay him that. He's gonna be the highest paid quarterback, get fully guaranteed over Deshaun, just because of that fact that he is 2 positions. So
I couldn't believe Deshaun was guaranteed that much. I couldn't believe that.
230 cash, straight to the bank.
100.
5 years.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And that's Cleveland, though. That's Cleveland. That's what Cleveland does. They signed Kevin Love to that dumbass contract.
They sure did. They unheard
this is what they do.
Shit.
This is what they do, man.
Joined the league. Everybody else who hasn't joined the league, join the league when y'all can. It should be in y'all's.
Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it.
We'll join when we get off of here. But yeah, Q, hit your showers, brother.
Oh, he already gave it.
Oh, you
I'm gonna do it when I get off here.
Yeah, Q gave it to
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
DB. Oh yeah, he did say that. All right.
Or Jacoby Brissett if your name Clifford.
That's why I struggled to say the name. I was trying to remember.
They called him Teddy B. He called him Teddy B.
We about to wrap because these pain pills are whooping my ass.
Like, subscribe,
all that.
You know what I'm saying? Hit us
tell
up.
a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll.
Yeah, man.
Tell a fellow Klansman foes if you like as well, my brother.
Oh, he's sinning. Hey,
tell your Grand Wizard out there.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah,
I really do.
We glad to have you. We gonna have to get you back on. But
spin the block.
Anytime.
Yeah. All that. We'll catch y'all. I ain't gonna put a date on it. We'll say Wednesday.
As always, fuck the Raiders, fuck the Cowboys. They're gonna choke. Good luck to the Ravens, Dolphins, and the Eagles.
Hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hearing that do rag that was halfway up your forehead. We'll catch y'all next time. We out this bitch.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Okay, everybody.